Hey sneakerheads, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most iconic sneakers in the Jordan lineup, the Air Jordan 9 Cool Grey. With the much anticipated 2025 release just dropping today, I thought it would be the perfect time to explore the rich history, unique design elements, and cultural significance of this legendary shoe. Whether you're a longtime collector or just getting into the sneaker game, you're in for a treat. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's jump into the fascinating world of the Air Jordan 9 Cool Grey. First, let's take a step back and look at the origins of the Air Jordan 9. Released in 1993, the silhouette holds a special place in the Jordan legacy. What makes the Air Jordan 9 particularly interesting is that it was released during Michael Jordan's first retirement from basketball. That's right, MJ never actually wore these on an NBA court during his Chicago Bulls era. The legendary Tinker Hatfield designed the Air with a global vision in mind, which we'll get into a bit later. The original Air Jordan 9 came in several colorways, but today we're focusing specifically on the cool gray version, which wasn't part of the initial release. The cool gray colorway didn't make its appearance until 2002 during Jordan's comeback with the Washington Wizards. This created a unique situation where Jordan actually wore the cool gray 9s on court, despite not wearing the original Age 9s during his prime Bulls years. Now, let's talk about what makes the design of the Air Jordan 9 Cool Grey so special. If you're looking at a pair right now or checking them out online, you'll notice the sleek, sophisticated aesthetic that's dominated by various shades of gray. The upper is constructed primarily from a medium gray nubuck material, giving the shoe a premium, luxurious feel. This is complemented perfectly by glossy patent leather mudguards that add both visual interest and durability to the design. One of the most striking elements of the cool gray colorway is the contrast created by the white midsole against the gray upper. This clean, crisp white section helps to break up the monochromatic gray and gives the sneaker a more balanced appearance. The outsole is semi-translucent, adding another layer of visual complexity to the design. When you flip the shoe over, you'll notice the iconic globe emblem integrated into the outsole pattern. We'll talk more about the significance of that shortly. The branding on the Air Jordan 9 Cool Grey is subtle yet distinctly Jordan. You've got the Jumpman logo on the heel and the number 23 stitched into the back, serving as reminders of the GOAT himself. The overall silhouette is sleek and relatively streamlined compared to some other Jordan models, with a higher cut that provides good ankle support. What I particularly love about the cool gray colorway is how versatile it is. This isn't a loud in-your-face sneaker. It's sophisticated and can be paired with virtually any outfit. The subdued color palette makes it wearable year-round and suitable for a variety of occasions. This versatility has undoubtedly contributed to its enduring popularity among sneaker enthusiasts. The Air Jordan 9 is fascinating from a cultural standpoint because of its global inspiration. Tinker Hatfield, the genius designer behind many iconic Jordan silhouettes, drew inspiration from Japanese design principles when creating the Age 9. This influence is evident in the clean lines and the way the upper flows seamlessly into the midsole. Perhaps the most explicit nod to global culture is found on the outsole. If you look closely at the bottom of an Air Jordan 9, you'll notice text in various languages, including Swahili, Russian, German, and French. These inscriptions translate to powerful words like independence, freedom, and sport, symbolizing Michael Jordan's growing influence around the world at that time. Even though Jordan had stepped away from basketball when these initially released, his cultural impact continued to expand globally. Here's an interesting piece of trivia that many people don't know. Tinker Hatfield specifically chose the Air Jordan 9 silhouette for Michael Jordan's statue outside the United Center in Chicago. That's right, the bronze statue of MJ taking flight is wearing Air Jordan 9s, despite the fact that he never wore them during his championship runs with the Bulls. This choice by Hatfield speaks volumes about the significance of the Age 9 in the Jordan legacy. Now, let's talk about the various releases of the cool gray Air Jordan 9 over the years. As I mentioned earlier, this colorway made its debut in 2002 during Jordan's time with the Washington Wizards. This original release quickly gained popularity among sneaker enthusiasts for its clean aesthetics and the fact that Jordan actually wore them on court. After the initial release, Nike and Jordan brand recognized the popularity of the cool gray colorway and brought it back in 2012 as part of their retro program. This 2012 retro stayed true to the original design elements, allowing a new generation of sneaker collectors to experience this iconic colorway. The 2012 release was met with enthusiasm from both longtime Jordan fans and newer collectors who had missed out on the 2002 original. Which brings us to today, March 15th, 2025, and the latest retro release of the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. This release has been highly anticipated in the sneaker community, and for good reason. Jordan brand has stayed remarkably faithful to the original design, featuring the same cool gray nubuck upper, white midsole, and those signature glossy patent leather accents. The subtle pops of color on the branding remain consistent with previous releases as well. One thing that's changed over the years is the price point. The 2025 release comes with a retail price of $210 USD for men's sizing and $160 USD for grade school sizing. This reflects the general trend of increasing prices across the sneaker industry, particularly for retro Jordan releases. Despite the higher price point, these are likely to sell out quickly, given the popularity of this colorway and the overall strength of the sneaker market right now. If you're watching this on release day and hoping to grab a pair, you've got several options. They're available through Nike's official website, the Sincers app, and major retailers like Foot Locker, Finish Line, and JD Sports. As with most popular Jordan releases, I'd recommend trying multiple channels to increase your chances of success. And if you miss out at retail, don't worry. The secondary market will have plenty of pairs available, though expect to pay a premium over the retail price. Let's talk a bit about how to style the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. As I mentioned earlier, one of the great things about this colorway is its versatility. The neutral gray palette works with just about everything in your wardrobe. For a casual street-ready look, you can pair these with some cuffed jeans and a simple tee or hoodie. The high-top silhouette also works well with shorts during warmer months, making these a year-round option. If you're into more elevated casual styling, the cool gray 9s can actually work with chinos and even some more relaxed tailoring. The sophisticated monochromatic color scheme gives these sneakers a more mature vibe than some of the bolder Jordan colorways out there. This versatility is a big part of why the cool gray editions of various Jordan models have remained so popular over the years. For those of you who are new to sneaker collecting, the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray represents an excellent addition to your collection. It's a historically significant model in a versatile colorway that's been co-designed by Michael Jordan himself through on-court wear. While it might not have the same hype as models like the Jordan 1 or Jordan 4, true sneaker enthusiasts recognize the importance of the Age 9 in the broader Jordan lineage. I think it's worth taking a moment to discuss the place of the Air Jordan 9 in the broader Jordan lineup. Pile. Sometimes considered one of the more underrated silhouettes in the Jordan legacy. Released during MJ's first retirement, it didn't get the on-court exposure that earlier models enjoyed. However, the design innovations and global inspiration make it a fascinating chapter in the evolution of Jordan brand. The Air Jordan 9 represented a shift in design philosophy for the line, moving away from the more aggressive, performance-focused aesthetics of earlier models. The Age 9 embraced a sleeker, more lifestyle-oriented approach. This shift would continue through subsequent models and can be seen as something of a turning point in the Jordan line. In many ways, the Age 9 was ahead of its time, predicting the eventual evolution of basketball sneakers into lifestyle products. The cool gray colorway itself has become something of a tradition across multiple Jordan silhouettes. First appearing on the Edge 11, the cool gray treatment has been applied to numerous models over the years and has consistently been well received. There's something about that neutral gray palette that just works perfectly with the Jordan design language, creating sneakers that are both statement pieces and versatile wardrobe staples. For collectors, it's worth noting that the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray tends to hold its value relatively well on the secondary market. While it may not see the dramatic price increases that some other models experience, it maintains a steady value over time, making it both a good wearing option and a solid investment piece for your collection. I'm curious to know what you all think about the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. Do you prefer this subtle colorway, or are you more into the bolder, more colorful Jordan releases? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I always enjoy hearing different perspectives from the sneaker community. If you're considering picking up a pair today, but are on the fence, here's my honest take. The Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray is one of those sneakers that you'll find yourself reaching for more often than you might expect. Its combination of historical significance, clean design, and versatile colorway makes it a great addition to any collection. Yes, the $210 price tag is substantial, but you're getting a quality product with significant heritage behind it. For those of you who are more interested in the investment side of sneaker collecting, I'd say the Cool Gray 9s are a safe bet. They may not double in value overnight like some limited edition collaborations, but they'll likely appreciate steadily over time, particularly if you keep them in good condition. Just remember, collect what you love first, and consider any potential value appreciation as a secondary benefit. Now, let's talk about quality and construction for a moment. Jordan Brand has had some inconsistencies in this department over the years, but from what I've seen of this 2025 release, the quality control seems pretty solid. The nubuck feels premium. The patent leather has a nice glossy finish without appearing cheap, and the overall construction seems sturdy. As always, there may be some variation from pair to pair, but generally speaking, you can expect a well-made sneaker. A quick note on sizing. The Air Jordan 9 typically runs true to size for most people. If you have particularly wide feet, you might want to consider going up half a size for comfort. The high top design provides good ankle support, but it can feel a bit snug around the collar until you break them in. Overall, the comfort level is decent, though not quite as cushioned as some of the more modern Jordan models with advanced midsole technologies. The legacy of the Air Jordan 9 extends beyond just the sneaker itself. It represents a pivotal moment in Michael Jordan's career and the evolution of his brand. Released during his first retirement when many wondered if the Jordan line would continue, the agent proved that the brand had staying power beyond MJ's active basketball career. This turned out to be prescient, as Jordan Brand has obviously continued to thrive long after Michael's final retirement. The cool gray colorway, specifically, represents a bridge between different eras of Jordan's career. Debuting during his Wizards days, it connects his Chicago legacy with his Washington comeback in a unique way. This makes the cool gray 9s particularly special for those who appreciate the complete arc of Jordan's basketball journey. As we start to wrap up this deep dive into the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray, I want to emphasize that sneakers like these are more than just footwear. They're cultural artifacts that tell a story about sports, design, and global influence. The A9 embodies a moment when basketball and Michael Jordan, in particular, was truly becoming a worldwide phenomenon. The multilingual messaging on the outsole wasn't just a design choice. It was a statement about the globalizing power of basketball and its most iconic star. For those of you who are fans of sneaker history, the Air Jordan 9 occupies a fascinating place in the timeline. It bridges the gap between Jordan's first three-peat with the Bulls and his second one. It represents Nike and Tinker Hatfield betting on the enduring power of Jordan's brand, even in his absence from the court. And in the case of the cool gray colorway, it symbolizes his unexpected return to the game years later. If you're new to collecting Jordans, the aging cool gray is a great model to add to your rotation. It's significant without being the most hyped, which often means you can actually get your hands on a pair without extraordinary effort. It's wearable and versatile, meaning you'll get real use out of them rather than just keeping them in a box. And it comes with a rich story that true sneaker enthusiasts will recognize and appreciate. As today's release hits shelves and websites, I'm excited to see these beautiful sneakers get a new life in 2025. Each retro release introduces these classics to a new generation of fans and reminds longtime collectors of why we fell in love with these designs in the first place. The Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray may not be the most celebrated model in the Jordan lineup, but it's certainly one of the most interesting when you understand its context and significance. So, what do you think? Will you be trying to grab a pair of the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray today? Do you already have previous releases in your collection? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this deep dive into sneaker history and culture, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. Whether you're wearing them, collecting them, or just appreciating them from afar, I hope this video has given you a deeper understanding of this iconic sneaker. Until next time, take care, stay fresh, and keep those sneakers clean.